Writers have put wisdom in words. Thinkers have left lessons behind, and our fathers preserved the truth in Proverbs. Yet, wisdom remains useless until it's heard, understood, and applied. Welcome to Agboye. My name is Vikoyet, and with me today on the show, I have a guest. On my way, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
ṣé o.
Inú wa dùn láti rí yín lórí ètò.
Inú tèmi náà dùn bọ̀ mí mọ̀ bóyá kínú mi dùn.
Ìdùnnú ló bá dé. As a matter of fact, on this show, we have two segments. The first segment is Gbàgede Òye.
Hey,
That's the arena of wisdom.
of wisdom. Okay.
Yes. And the other segment is Ajoro. That is the conversation.
Oh, we have a conversation.
Yes. So, Gbàgede Òye will have Yoruba proverb because, just like I said, writers have put wisdom in words,
Yeah.
and thinkers have left lessons behind, and our fathers preserved the truth in proverbs. So, ní Gbàgede Òye yẹn, we'll bring up Yoruba proverbs and we'll see the wisdom behind it. We'll interpret it for people who don't even speak Yoruba. Gbàgede Òye, the arena of understanding. This is where we'll take a Yoruba proverb, we'll see what it means literally, and the lessons behind it. So that is just the segment. And the other segment, that is Ajoro, that is
Yes,
conversation.
conversation.
We have different topics. We have quotes from books from people who are knowledgeable, elites, people who know. Yes. So we'll just analyze the quotes, maybe a part of a book. So that is what's conversation. Just have a conversation.
Let's get into it.
So the first proverb I want us to talk about. Òwe àkọ́kọ́ tí mo fẹ́ ká gbé yẹ̀wò.
Okay.
Torí wọ́n ní làhàm ní bàtà ké ló tù.
No too fast. Okay.
So Yorùbá ní ọ̀bùn rí kú ọkọ tìràn mọ́. Ó ní látọjọ́ tọkọ ohun ti kú, òun ò fomi parí. Now, the literal meaning of this is a dirty woman justified the fact that she is not taking bait. She has not taken bait maybe for days. So the fact that it's because no, that's not even what it means. Like a dirty woman justifies the fact that she has not taken bait to the fact that her husband died.
Oh, kò ní kan ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
Yes. So this is Yoruba people use this proverb for people. Somebody whose husband died and said, it's because I love her. That's why I'm not taking bait.
Psychology will call it attribution theory.
Okay.
So when you attribute your failures to an external outcome, so you failed an exam, mathematics exam, you say, mo fail nítorí teacher mi ò fẹ́ràn mi ni.
Okay.
Kò kúkú like mi tẹ́lẹ̀.
Okay.
So ẹni tó wá pass exam yẹn, àwọn teacher ni òbí kọrin kan náà.
Okay.
Ní pé
Alọ́mọ teacher ni.
You ti bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ayé.
So you wanted to give us a proverb.
Ó dàbí ẹni tó jábọ́ látòrí igi ewédú tó wá ṣàìsí. Ó ti fẹ́ kú tẹ́lẹ̀ ni.
Someone who fall from a jute tree because it's not
You are going too far. Normal ewédú that we used to do ewédú soup.
Yeah.
See how flexible the thing is.
Yes.
So you fell down from that I've not seen the shoot or the tree of ewédú before.
Okay.
Right? But I just want to picture if the leaf is that soft and flexible.
The tallest one cannot be up to this.
So you fell down from that kind of guy. You died. Or guy, you won't die before actually.
Or someone that says, the lecturer failed me. People say that.
Yeah, let me give you this one that came to my mind. So you wrote WAEC.
Okay.
You now see F9. What is that? Opeyemi ni.
They gave me F9.
They gave me F9.
So that is
fail.
That is when they say ẹni ọ̀bùn rí kú ọkọ tìràn mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ó ní látọjọ́ tọkọ ohun ti kú, òun ò fomi bẹ̀. This.
And that is why that's you making excuses too. And excuses are monuments of failures.
But don't you think there are certain things that happen that actually when people give you their reasons?
There's a difference between reasons and excuse. Excuse is you excluding responsibility for actions.
Okay.
Right? Reason is this is the cause for the action. Excuse is you don't want to take responsibility for the outcome of your inaction.
So at what point can we say reasons turns to excuse? For instance, when we're in secondary school or primary school, we have people that when they are late to school, teacher will not beat them. But trust me, teacher will always beat me. They will say it's a perpetual late comer.
You have a track record now. You have a track record of being
Of coming late.
of coming late, so you deserve. In fact, as you just said, I feel like
No. All right, thank you very much. There's another proverb I want us to analyze. That's Tigibaruru Onilat Bagboge.
definitely now.
Because
Kò sí bó bá ṣe lè burú tó, you
Yes.
need people.
yes, that's when they say no matter how tough you are, you still need community.
Yes.
You know, Yoruba will say "Ki burúburú kó má kẹ́nìkan mọ́ ni."
Yeah.
Even no matter how tough the person is, Yoruba will say, téèyàn bá ń gúnyán bọ́ ìlú lójoojúmọ́, yóò lọ́tà. Kéèyàn ó sì máa fojoojúmọ́ sọ̀kò sọ́jà, yóò tún lọ́rẹ̀. That is, if even one who makes pounded yam for the whole community every day,
Somebody
will serve
have
enemy. And one who is throwing stone to the market square every day will still have friends. So
course.
that is just close to the proverb that Tigibaruru ó ní láti bá gbogbo. You have your differences, you have the fact that you are tough, we have
Because in the first place,
Okay.
you didn't drop from heaven. You were born into a
That's-
family.
yes,
So
yes.
no matter how bad,
That's where
how
community
good you are,
starts.
you will have people who are associated with you. Either you're a good person. I've not seen. I'm thinking of people in history that were called evil guys. They still have one or two persons who say they are good too. They are no, this person is my person.
Okay.
Whenever you see someone in a scandalous news or whatever it is, you still have people who come to the comment section to defend them, and rightly so, because the person is good to them. So they have their own community. They will still have friends, and of course, you have enemies. Even you are not. Even jollof rice, Nigerian jollof rice still have people who don't like it.
Yes,
Tell you that
yes.
Ghanaian jollof rice is sweeter than
Yes.
and we have me. I'm a fan of jollof rice any day at any time, right? I
All
hope
right.
that settles.
Yes, that's a very good one. All right, ọmọwé lórí òwe tá a pàtàn yìí, Tigibaruru ó ní láti bá gbogbo. I'm very sure that people who are watching us right now, they still have a very, very brilliant perspective to us.
So they should drop it in the comment
Yes,
section.
they're waiting for more explanation on this particular proverb. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sún lọ sí òwe mi torí iwájú lọ̀pá ìbìtì rẹ̀ sí. Another proverb I want us to analyze is kò sí bí a ṣe máa ṣe bòlò tí ò ní rùn gbẹ.
Kò lè tán lára wèrè kó má kú gángan náà ni.
Kò sì lè tán lára ọmọ ọba kó bá kú Dàsákì.
Dàsákì.
All right, so as a matter of fact, when they say, I want to interpret this proverb to an extent. When they say kò sí bí a ṣe máa ṣe bòlò tí ò ní rùn gbẹ, do you know that people think that ìgbẹ́ that we are talking to, yes, like
But it means like forest, deep, like ẹrangbẹ.
Like when they say ẹrangbẹ,
It means the meat of
thick
the
forest.
animal that will pick from the thick forest.
That's it. So you want to explain something regarding this?
It means regardless, because there's something that's I can link it to the power of conditioning. If you've been conditioned in a certain way to think in a certain way, and you're taken to another kind of environment, there will still be some sort of residue, right? So if that's why we have a concept like trauma response. You've experienced certain conditions that are traumatic when you're younger, then you're now going through, let's say, therapeutic sessions. Some of those things will still show up at some point at different points. Yeah, so that's how best I can.
So are you saying that the nature has more effect on people than nurture?
That's an ongoing it's an ongoing debate.
Right.
The nature nurture conversation. I wouldn't say one is stronger than other. They both have influences on each other, right? But in this concept, it is not necessarily nature, it is nurture, it is environment, right? A conditioning that has been part of you, even if over a long period of time, when you're now exposed to a different environment, you are still going to display what that environment has placed on you.
Now,
so that's the power of environment.
I want you to explain something. Yoruba will say, kò sí ká gún ata lódó, ká lọ ata lọ́lọ́, orú ata ò tí kò ní kó ká tó kó. Yeah, that is when you ground pepper, when you pound pepper, it's still pepper. So are you saying people cannot change? Do people really change?
People can change. And that's why when you think of this concept deeply, right, number one, you are more intentional about the things you're exposed to.
Okay.
Right? Because your mind is powerful, it absorbs a lot of things that you may not be conscious about. And that's why there are some things that come out and you just say them unconsciously and you're wondering, where did it come from? You've been exposed to that possibility. Right? Now, saying that people thinking, does people change or do they not change? People do change, but that change has to be uh, equivalent. The exposure to whatever change agent you are exposed to has to be equivalent to the magnitude of the dysfunctionality you've been exposed to. This is what I mean. If it takes you 10 years to deal with a bad habit, you can't change in 21 days. Rome was not built in a day, it was built daily. So you need solid intervention over a long period of time to counter the effect of the previous one.
Wow. Thank you very very much. Ẹ̀yin ará ilé, mo mọ̀ pé ẹ ń gbádùn àwọn bí ọ̀mọ̀wé ṣe ń bá wa gbé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí yẹ̀ wò. I'm very sure you enjoy the analysis and the explanation too. This is even more than just proverb. That's a testament to the fact that wisdom has been well structured inside proverbs, and inú mi dùn pé ẹ bá wa fi ọgbọ́n àgbà gbé kalẹ̀. Now there is a proverb that I have heard it over time in music. People say that ẹni tó pẹ́ kò tó ọ̀tá kó má gbẹ̀jì. Torí ó lè kó síbẹ̀. Now that means one who is digging a pit for an enemy should be careful not to dig it too deep. He may be the victim.
Yeah.
So that Yoruba people use that proverb when they are telling.
It's like what goes around comes around.
When Yoruba people use this proverb, what they are telling you is this thing you are doing, it may have effect on you. So when they say ẹni tó ní àfáà tó níyàn ó mú ọmọ tí ẹ náà ní jẹ tírà.
It reminds me of this song by Orlando Owo. It reminds me of this song by the late Dr. Orlando Owo, Luba Luba.
Yes.
He gave the scenario of a man who marries two wives. The first wife was envious of the second wife, so she made two kinds of porridge. One was reddish and sweet, with aroma. Yes. The other one was just bland white porridge, thinking that the son of the second wife would come home first to eat the sweet porridge because she had poisoned the sweet porridge.
Okay.
Unknowingly to her, it was her own son that came home first, ate the sweet porridge and died. So it was when they took the son to the hospital and discovered that he's dead, that she now confessed that I was the one who poisoned the food. So I think the moral lesson in that proverb is for us to do good. Because when you point an evil finger to someone, the remaining fingers are pointing back at you. Right?
Yes.
And when you don't throw stone when you live in a glass house. Yeah. So don't pay evil for evil.
Ọ̀mọ̀wé Opeyemi Ogunyomi, inú mi dùn gan. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bá wa ṣàlàyé òwe yìí pẹ̀lú àpẹẹrẹ ńlá tẹ́ fi sí yìí, ó jẹ́ kí ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ò tàn sí dáadáa. Thank you very much. So on that note, we'll be going to the second segment, and it's going to be brief, and that is Ajoro. I want us to have a very brief discussion on something. That's a quote from by Niccolo Machiavelli. It says, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Now, my question now is, does this apply to modern leadership or relationship?
I think that is more or less like a rulership. Because when your subject fears you more than love, then it means that there's no room for freedom. It means that they are just subjugated, they are just subjected to do your bidding. More or less like a robotic kind of environment. And I don't think that's a beautiful society. I think that will also limit the individual uniqueness expression. You see, one of the things that make leadership different from rulership is the fact that you now have the ability to influence people. You are not subduing your fellow humans. You are influencing them based on, your own personal self, your experience, your wisdom, and with that you're bringing out the best in them to achieve a common goal.
Alright.
Do you see that now?
Yes, sir.
But for a rulership, you have your own goal. You don't care
Whatever,
whatever,
just get it done.
just get it done. Of course, in leadership too, sometimes you need that
Being tough.
doggedness.
Yes.
You need to be tough sometimes, but that is not your first approach. Your first approach is influence. Your first approach is to bring out the best in the individuals that are around you, and I don't think you'll get that with rulership.
All right. Thank you very much. Lastly, I want us to take a very close look at a particular portion of a book by Apostle Femi Lazarus.
Okay.
That is Be Different. So on page 19, that's chapter 1 of the book, the second paragraph, I quote, "Take note of this. The direction of every society goes, the direction, it says, take note of this. The direction every society goes is determined by the culture of the society. And the culture of the society is built on the orientation of the people. And their orientation is laid on the fabrics of the knowledge they have."
So let me explain it to you. No matter how talented you are, every society, every organization, they have their culture, they have their ways of doing things, they have their ways of living. The moment you step into that environment, that society, you are conditioned by the culture of that society, of that. And that is why people will tell you that if you take Americans, you take them out of the US, you bring them to Nigeria, you take Nigerians and you take them out of Nigeria to US, in 60 days, America will turn to Nigeria, Nigeria will turn to America. Why? There is a culture. There's a work ethic culture.
There's an orientation.
There's an orientation. And orientation drives your behavior. It drives even your belief system. It drives how you do the things you do. It drives the way you do the things you do. And that's why culture is very powerful. It shapes your thinking, it shapes your orientation, it shapes your decisions, it shapes your actions. So that is what
is it possible to change culture of a people, of a society?
So you have to now, like I said in the previous segment, you now have to now deliberately expose, reorientate. Even the Bible says that do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing, meaning it's a continuous, deliberate process. It has to be continuous, it has to be deliberate, and it has to be intense. For you to override the effect of the previous culture that you've been exposed to.
Wow. I feel like we should have this for the whole day. Dr. Opeyemi Ogunyomi, thank you very much for coming on Agboye. This is Agboye. Thank you very much. It's been a great time having Dr. Opeyemi Ogunyomi on Agboye. Stay tuned. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for listening to Agboye. My name is Vikoyet Osolire.